Good morning. Many of you know me, some of you don't know me. I'll carry on from Anne's story really, where she's the carer, I'm the one who has the pics. When you go, your life changes. What do you do at a stroke of a pen? I must have been a bit different because when I came out from the consultant, I hopped, skipped, lit a fag and we went for a fish and chip meal. I celebrated it because it was nice to know that I had something. Because all the time you saw a doctor, it was neurological investigation. What does that mean? What does the company you work for take it as? But at the end of the day, it is nice to know you've got something. You're not lying to people. And you look ahead. And I put the clock out. I took it out of the front room. I didn't want to sit and watch the time. I had trouble with my kids. They were in their late teens, early 20s. They didn't want to know. One wanted to know too much. They're just beginning to come round now. I think my little 4-year-old grandson knows more about it than what they do. But to come in here and talk to people is what it's about. And it's not to look at us, it's to hear us. Hear our voice, that we're trying to change things. And as Jeremy said earlier, that you've got a year to change it, but you haven't. You've got 10 years, you've got 20 years, and people following you can carry it on. It can be changed. It will be changed. We've got an MP down here who I've spoken to and interviewed, and his heart is really in dementia, and he's the first one I've really come across who's got dementia in his heart to fight, to help us, which is what we need. We don't want people to sit back. And Anne's story, Peter's story, Tom's story to come. We all have the same basis, the family. And it's difficult because I know what I've got and I can live with it. But I don't know the next stage. Unfortunately, I don't want, well, it's not unfortunate, I don't want to know the next stage. My boy, he knows too much, or I think he knows too much. And he's waiting for me. Every time I see him, he looks at me to see if I've changed. And that is another thing. When you're diagnosed, you go and say, oh, I've got a dementia, or Pick's disease, and it's the word disease, what people don't understand because they think you talk to them and you get it. And it's quite frightening that people are ignorant to do that. But at the end of the day, that's up to them. I was talking to somebody last night who, what I've been focusing for a long time is schools have got to take it up. You've got to get into schools. Start talking to kids at schools. They know about cancer and they know about other ones. But come dementia, they don't know nothing. And yet they are grandparents, aunts, uncles, parents, brothers, sisters. But they don't get support. But I was told last night that Wolverhampton area are beginning to go into schools and talk, and I congratulate them on that because that is what we need. And we need more councils and social workers and social services to get into schools and start doing this. Because that's the only way we will get it, because they are the future. They're the future from you and from when you pack up. So I'd like to end on that. But I'd just like to have another thought, is that while I've been standing here and we've been sitting here talking, 3 people have probably been diagnosed with dementia, and at the same time we've probably lost 2 people with their lives through a dementia. Thank you.